What's up everyone, this is K Collections and Solomon chapter is almost upon us. Of course, the long awaited Merlin will be released. Instead of my usual should you summon videos, it'll be why you should summon him. If you can, that is. And come on, we all know he broke the game. I'll go over his skills, see recommendations, team strategies, and why he's so broken. For stats, Merlin has the same HP as Waver, Tamamo, and Da Vinci, which is the highest for casters. For attack stats, it's the same as Tamamo, which is the lowest out of all 5-star casters. But come on, if you're using Merlin as a damage dealer, you're playing the game wrong. Merlin has a triple arts type deck with an arts NP. Hit counts are low for his arts, but he can still charge his NP gauge significantly with arts chains or off of his quick attacks or his high hit counts from Buster and Extra. Alright, so this is one of the reasons why Merlin is so broken. His godly active skills. His charisma skill is like no other. On top of increasing your party's attack, it also charges NP gauge by 20% on a 5-turn cooldown when maxed out. Because of this skill, it offers so much CE flexibility for your servants, but if you think this skill is amazing, his second skill is godly. Illusion A gives invincibility to all your servants for 1 turn. Only way to counter this is if the enemy has pierce invincibility or a buff removal. Sure hit will not work as it's only for evasions. Regardless, this will allow your team to survive NP attacks, but that's not all. It'll also increase star gen and lower crit chance for all enemies. Hero creation is yet another amazing skill. It increases a servant's buster performance significantly and gives them a crit damage boost, great for buster focused crit servants. The increase in maximum HP can also help dying servants live a bit longer. For example, if a servant has 1000 HP left, after using this on them, they will then have 3000 to 4000 HP for a few turns, enough time for Merlin to heal them. All 3 skills are amazing and you want to max them all out, but focus on his third, first, then second skill in that order. Now, if you think Merlin's active skills are great, his passive skills are also amazing. It primarily focuses on his NP gains, which is all he needs. Arts Boost will help with NP gains off attacks, and Mixed Blood will charge 5% NP every turn, the highest passive NP charging effect in the game. On to the second reason why Merlin is so broken. His Noble Phantasm heals, charges NP gauge, and creates crit stars every turn for 5 turns. That's like the 3 fundamentals for this game, all in one ability. You may think, the effects aren't that high, but remember, Merlin can spam his NP attack, which means these effects can stack. Typically, you'll use his NP twice within 5 turns, so you'll actually be charging 10% NP gauge, healing 2000 HP every turn, and generating a minimum of 10 stars for a few turns. For CE recommendations, focus on his NP gains or star creation. Prisma Cosmos is probably the best CE ever for Merlin. When max limit broken, Merlin will charge 15% NP gauge every turn, not including his NP effects. If you use his Noble Phantasm, he will then charge 20% passively, and that's without stacking the effects. Same thing can be said for his star creation if you use 2030. When max limit broken, he can create 15 to 35 stars every turn depending on overcharge. Again, that's without stacking NP effects. Night Stream and Rightful Place is a good combination of NP and star creation. Lastly, Magical Girl and Halloween Devil are good CEs if you want to use his NP fast while focusing on increasing his NP generation. Team recommendations! Honestly, Merlin can work with everyone, ideally Buster servants, but for the sake of this video, I'll put some teams together. Merlin can work with these 2 altars. Biggest strength for this team is that there's a shit ton of strengths. Not even kidding, it's a Buster focused team that has amazing skill synergy. You can control star absorption between Jalter and Lalter, you can have insane crit damage, NP survivability, NP gains, and many more that's not even listed. The real weakness is that it's not free to play friendly. It's no secret that with Merlin, Jalter is even more amazing offensively. Like Merlin, she has a passive NP charging effect that will increase when his NP is active. Merlin will generate stars for her which she can absorb with her skill, which also increases crit damage that can be combined with Merlin's crit boost. You can give her 5 damage boosts for her NP attack, 3 charismas, plus 2 buster buffs, 1 from her own and another from Merlin. Jalter will be in good health thanks to the constant healing, and you can spam her NP attack thanks to the NP battery effects. Her NP survivability will also be strong since you'll have 2 invincibility skills to use. Lancer Altar will have the same benefits from Merlin. Like Jalter, she has a skill that can absorb stars to deal crit damage, which also increases crit strength. She'll gain 2 attack buffs from Jalter because of her dragon trait. So that's a total of 6 damage boosts for her NP attack. Speaking of NP attacks, both altars will inflict curse damage from their overcharge effects, which will increase if you chain their attacks together. Merlin's invincibility will also protect Lancer Altar from NP attacks. Another team you can make will be a Rikune burst damage team. With Waver and Merlin, her damage will increase significantly. Both can increase crit damage, so she'll most likely kill a target within a Brave chain. One of the best thing about the 2 casters is that you can charge her NP gauge to 70% right away. The main weakness is that first off it's expensive, and that you're not going to generate stars from attacks. Not really a problem since you can do so with noble phantasms. Mama Rikune is obviously your main damage dealer and is meant to kill enemies fast, so if she dies, well, there goes her strategy. This team is excellent for clearing servant waves as she can deal increased damage to earth or sky attributes. Being a berserker, she will be strong against almost every class in the game. Merlin can increase her crit and buster performance, and with his invincibility and healing, you won't have to worry about her dying from NP attacks, not to mention, she herself has an evade effect. Waver can increase Merlin's NP gauge even faster, so you can use it to stack effects. He can arch chain with him and increase defense for your team. The crit and attack boost will help Rikune specifically. A great strategy to kill high HP enemies is to chain Waver's and Rikune's NP together. His Noble Phantasm will decrease defense, then Rikune's AoE, which will have buffs, can deal a lot of damage. Since her NP generates a lot of stars, on the next turn, use your crit buffs so that Rikune will finish off the remaining targets. So now you know why Cockwizard is so broken. Like I mentioned before, he's so versatile with his support to the point where he helps servants with all the main fundamentals of gameplay. NP charge? Check. Star generation and crit buff? Check. Healing and protection? Also check. Don't forget his damage boost. Now, what separates Merlin from other strong support servants is that his NP effects are constant and can be stacked. Add his ridiculous NP spamming potential, your team will always have continuous supporting effects. I say this not to discredit other servants. No, absolutely not. I'm not saying only use Merlin. There are things Waver can do better. All I'm saying is that Merlin's passive-like effects is the reason why he's such a great supporter. There's really not a lot of weaknesses. The ones he has isn't specific to him, like his low damage modifier or star absorption for example. Those are more so his class disadvantage. He does have low attack stats, but again, if he's your main damage dealer, then you're using the servant wrong. Instead, his HP stats are really high, which makes him survive longer. This is not really a weakness, but Merlin is meant to be with Buster servants because of his third skill. Regardless, he can still help with every servant in the game. He's awesome! Summon him if you can. If you don't want to, that's okay. Just let others go broke and use him on support. That's my plan anyways. If you have me as a friend, please don't delete me for saying that. Special thanks to all my patrons for supporting me. If you want to support my channel, check out my Patreon. I really want to know, if there is one servant you'd be willing to sacrifice Merlin for, who would it be? You all know mine, the one and only Musashi. Maybe King Hassan. I haven't thought that far yet, but who's yours? Comment down below, I'd love to know. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more FGO content. Follow my Twitter, Instagram, and join my Discord server. All links are in the description. Have an awesome day. Till next time.